I'm going to attempt to set the world on fire with one video. Let's go ahead and start out with a story. A lot of my viewers will know, and the ones that have watched me for quite a while will know that I've been trying to progressively switch to the Mac for a long time. Full time. Back in 2011, I purchased my first Mac after I had a couple of laptops at the time. I had a couple Dell Inspirons, and one of them died on me, and the other one was acting up. So I figured I just sold both of those, and I bought myself a white 2007 MacBook. I used that computer for a long time. Well, not a long time, but about 4 months. And then I wanted a MacBook Pro. So I got an aluminum unibody MacBook, the 2008 one, right before they came out with these 2009 MacBook Pros. And I bought that. I sold my MacBook, my white one. I bought that, and then 2 days later the GPU failed in it. So after having no money, just since I put all that money into that computer, spent $600 on that computer back then. The GPU died. I had no money to fix it. It was going to cost a lot of money for a new logic board. Just didn't have the cash, so I went to Best Buy, traded it in. They gave me $380 for it, and I bought a Dell Inspiron laptop again. So that was failed Macintosh switch attempt number 1. Second one came a couple of months ago, where I bought this guy. This is a mid-2009 13-inch MacBook Pro. Now, a couple of months ago, I decided that, I was going to switch to this just full-time. I was going to see how I liked it. I shelved my custom built for a couple of days. I used this to see if I would like it, see if I could handle it. It's old Core 2 Duo S and everything. And for most things, it performed very well. But for, stuff that I did, like gaming and video editing and stuff, it's not up to snuff. It just really isn't. I mean, obviously, it's just it's a 4-year-old laptop. So, that was, I kind of count that as failed attempt number 2. I was originally planning to just switch to this and use this as my computer, but that kind of fell through too because it wasn't powerful enough to replace my main computer, which is right over there. So that was number 2, and guys, here's number 3. I'm not even kidding. I put my custom built up on Craigslist as an offer to trade for a Retina display MacBook Pro. I have decided that, honestly, I have been using Windows all my life. I'm tired of it. Windows 8 especially sucks. I hate the way Microsoft is going these days. So I just want to dump Microsoft altogether. And for that, I have to get a Mac. So I am going to be replacing that. Yeah, you heard me right. This is not a joke. Well, a lot of you people are going to be saying, well, Ryan, why don't you just Hackintosh? You can install OS 10 on your custom built, and bam, there you go. You basically have a Mac. Well, I was going to attempt that, but I have no spare hard drives, and I don't really feel like spending more money on another hard drive. And I don't really feel like dealing with the whole whole Hackintosh scene, because I don't know if everything's going to work. And, it's more trouble than it's worth, in my opinion. So, what I am going to be doing, hopefully, I posted an ad on Craigslist willing to trade the beloved custom build over here, this one. You guys have seen it. Trade it for a Retina MacBook Pro with a, obviously I wanted something comparable to this. I wanted, a quad-core i7 between 8 and 16 gigs of RAM and at least a 128 gigabyte SSD. I want to completely switch to the Mac. That's one reason. I just want to completely dump Windows. I don't want to deal with Hackintoshing. It's more trouble than it's worth. And I just want one machine for everything, really, because it's really hard to keep this in sync with that. Because, there are files on here that can't really go on there. There's not enough disk space on that computer for that. So, I just want one machine where I can just have one computer I can take everywhere with me, we're killing two birds with one stone here, basically. Instead of just, Hackintoshing or whatever and doing that, I actually have a legit Mac that I can take with me. That was another reason. So one of these reasons is to dump Windows, because I'm just honestly, like I said, I'm tired of Windows. Don't really want to deal with it anymore. So, yeah. And then the other reason, obviously, is I want something, I just want one computer for everything. One that I can just put right there, dock with my keyboard and mouse and all that. And then, when I leave, I just take it with me. It's much easier than lugging this thing back and forth, as you guys know I have been doing currently due to my, situation. So, that's what I'm going to do. Now, I am going to definitely expect a ton of comments from you guys. Don't do this. You're going to regret this. This is going to be one of the worst decisions of your life. You're going to really regret this. And, I have been, this isn't one of the things that I've taken lightly. As I just explained, I've been trying to do this for years. I want to switch to the Mac, And if you can't, water bottles everywhere. If you can't take my preferences, and if you can't handle my decisions, then, you can just screw off, because, yeah. So, that is what I'm going to do. I got a bite on Craigslist today, and if everything goes well, sometime next week, I will hopefully be trading this for a Retina MacBook Pro. And if that doesn't fall through, I'm just going to start selling all the crap I have, including, that MacBook Pro, a PS3, TV, a couple of other things. Oh, that little netbook down there too. I'm also going to be selling that. I'm just going to basically try to raise as much money as I can, and hopefully, sell this too, because that's going to be a big chunk of change for me. So, but hopefully the trade goes through next week. I think it will. I don't see why it won't. So, at that point, I'm not going to let this stop. I'm not going to let this be another failed attempt to switch to the Mac. I'm actually going to do it this time. And I think it'll work out nicely, really. Because this computer, this is a beast of a computer, but really, I don't use all that power. The only game I really play anymore is Minecraft, and that doesn't require that good of a computer to run. And my only extent of video editing is stitching clips together, so that doesn't require a whole lot of power either. So there's really a lot of potential here that's being missed, because I don't really need a computer this good. So that's my opinions. I know there's going to be a lot of opinionated comments down below, so I will brace myself. So yeah, that's what's going on. I am completely switching to the Mac. It's going to happen. I don't care how. And I'm going to finally do this. So, yep.